What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. We're Aaronless again. He's out in New York at Yankee Stadium. Lucky guy.
Hopefully he's going to call in or something.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe he'll video in from Yankee Stadium, but if I was at Yankee Stadium, I'd be like too enamored with what's going on to...
I wouldn't give a shit about what's going on here.
I told him, I said, if you call here or you text here or anything, you better
Go right on up and sneak behind
you better do the chant.
Yeah, it better.
That's how I think it.
What's
Who
up,
the hell
Ryan?
is that guy?
Hi.
Hey Ryan, what's up, buddy? Great to see you, pal.
Just
All
as
right.
usual,
You
fashionably
got
late.
people sneaking in here and all that stuff, man.
Hey, John, you let anybody in here, don't you? What's up with
I
that?
let you in, didn't I?
True. Every week.
Every week.
There you go.
Yeah, you ought to thank God for those donuts, man. Otherwise, you'd never get in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Start the show.
We are! Everybody, this is Ryan Rastovac. We've been friends for frickin' ever, and he always wants to be on the show, so...
He's a good dude.
No Aaron equals we get Ryan.
Sorry, Aaron.
No, don't be sorry. Hell no. No, don't be sorry, man. Don't be sorry.
Hey, Ronald's here.
Is he?
Nice. What's up, everybody?
Thomas is here.
Thomas?
Let the battle begin.
Aisle 7, Thomas. Aisle 7, son.
Everybody throw peas at Thomas Albertsons. The frozen peas.
Morning, Ronald. What's going on? All right, where we go?
You guys want some wrestling talk?
You want to talk or you want to do story?
Oh, we can do this story.
You want to do the story?
Hey, John.
Want to hear I made somebody cry on Fremont Street?
John,
Yes, sir.
we're going to do story time with Matt.
And now here is your storytelling host, Matt Mullen, the Mr. Rogers of the Fremont Street neighborhood. Take it away, Matt. What's happening in the neighborhood?
There was nothing like too exciting happened on Fremont Street just because it's been so hot and everybody's been kind of hiding and all that nonsense. But Friday morning, a guy wanted to start with me and he ended up in tears. Basically, I was on Thursday, I got off of work at midnight, so I worked 8 a.m. to midnight, and I had to be back at 8 a.m. So you can imagine the pleasant mood I was already in. And I see this guy by the toy shack, and he's like doing something weird. So I like go over there, and I was like, hey, bro, you just got to go across the street. No one will bother you. You just can't hang out over here. It's private property. F you. I was like, dude, you didn't want to do this today. I'm not in the mood. Go that way. He was like, make me, you ain't gonna do shit. You're a bitch. And I was like, all right, I'll give you one more chance, buddy. I'm not doing this today. Go across the street. You're a fat piece of shit. And I was like, all right, this is the way you want to go. And I was like, bro, I can lose weight. But how does it feel to like put your head down on the concrete knowing your mom raised a fucking failure in life? And I just started going in on him. This guy, like, tears started coming through his eyes quick. And I was just like, how's it feel to be the family failure knowing you got to sleep in a cardboard box? Why are you being so mean to me? I was like, I told you to leave. I was like, I ain't going to talk crap. I'm going to make it hurt. Now leave. And he's like, you're mean. And I was like, I'll go think about it in my air-conditioned vehicle.
Did he march
Well,
off?
you sweat to death. Have fun.
Did he march off smartly?
Moped off like a cartoon character. And
Okay, just checking, man. Just checking.
that's my story time.
That was good. I like that.
Don't talk crap.
I like that one.
You never know what I might say.
Morning, Scott. How you doing out there in St. Louis, buddy? Thanks for the picture. Mr. John, I don't know if you saw it, but Aaron tried to call in.
Did you hear the phone ring?
No.
Me either.
No?
And
Tell
then
him to try again.
he said to send him a link.
Okay. I'll send him a link.
So,
All right, let's get into some wrestling talk.
all right, let's go. Let's get on with the program.
Let's go with some rumors. I hear voices. Rumor is WWE wants to push a babyface Latino champion. Who do you think would like fit that? And do you think like world heavyweight champion or like women's champion, intercontinental? Like what champion?
Well, the only two who make sense is Ray and Escobar on the men's side, or Selena possibly on the women's side.
Yeah,
So my thought process is they specifically mentioned Latino, not Latina.
true.
So with that being said, Damian Priest already has the money in the bank. He has the look. He has everything. He has it. I mean, he's had it the whole time. I think it's just a matter of time until Judgment Day implode. It doesn't implode, but he leaves, and I can see him being a really big face. He's already getting pops. I
Yeah,
think Escobar still needs more time. I don't think fans have fully bought in on him just yet.
Need some more grooming.
Yeah, just as far as with fans. I mean, in-ring ability is great.
Yep.
It's just the fans need to see him a little bit more and get behind him.
So what belt? Gunther's?
I'm sticking
Gunther's
the world heavyweight
or the
strap
world?
right on Damian Priest.
yeah. I'd have to go with Damian Priest too. At first I thought Ray, but he's a little bit past his prime to go after. I could see him getting another run, but it's not the Ray of old anymore.
I don't mind. I would also love Rey Mysterio to get 10 more runs, in my opinion. I mean, he's still in better shape than half the guys in the roster, which is insane.
True.
Ray's what, 50, 51, I think?
Yeah.
Somewhere around
Somewhere
there.
around there. Then he can still go.
Yeah.
He can definitely still go. That makes sense, Damien. That makes sense.
It's funny, after like 12 knee surgeries, he can still wrestle and possibly be world champion still.
You know what just crossed my mind was, what was Damien's name when he was in ROH?
Punishment Martinez.
Thank you.
Yeah. I could definitely see him turning on Judgment Day and being world heavyweight champion if that's the way they want to go. That Damien's the guy.
What's going? Okay, so if we put Damien on Roman, and we have Seth and the other fella, they're going to wrestle for the belt. What happens? Does Rhea and Dom split up and all four of them go separate way?
No, I still think there's money to be made with the Judgment Day. I just think that
We got a job for him.
Priest may need to leave, or they'll turn the Judgment Day face. Which right now that whole gimmick that they're doing is a very popular gimmick. The whole goth thing is super in. So I mean,
Tell him to turn his phone horizontally.
Hey, sir, turn your phone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we know you?
Hey guys, welcome to Yankee Stadium.
What's
Hey.
up?
If
I got some fans behind me. I'm live in Las Vegas in my studio. They're doing a wrestling show, so I got nice fans behind me here. Beautiful day here, Yankee Stadium. We're in the shade. Armed Forces representation today. So Chief had you in mind today,
Thank you.
posting some pictures. But Garrett now he's pitching. We're in the bottom of the first. How's things back there?
We're rocking
Hot.
and rolling.
if the Yankees lose today, you never go into another game.
That's right. Let's see if I can give you a little bit of a view here. I don't know how much of a view you're going to get
Oh,
because I don't have reversal here.
you're in the wrong field.
We're in section 312 down the right field line, but you know what? We're here and we're having a good time.
You're in the right field line or left field?
Say again?
Are you in right field or left field?
We are down the right field line.
Well, then where the hell's the chant?
Unfortunately, by the time John got me the link, it was over. That's why I was hustling. This is all John's fault.
Tell him to do it again. Dude,
Ryan, good to see you in there, buddy.
Likewise.
Aaron, we have.
Hello to everybody. Hello to everybody in the chat room. I'm going to let you guys go, get back to the game. Have a great show, as I know you will, and we'll see you all in studio next week.
Hey,
See you next week.
Enjoy Point Pleasant tomorrow.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. Garrett Cole just struck out the second batter in a row in the first.
I would
See you guys.
See you.
Later.
All right.
And the other big rumor this week is LA Knight is in
Yeah.
is in line for a huge push, but they're waiting till after SummerSlam. Even though he's still getting like all these huge pops every week. Is it gonna hurt WWE in the long run and LA Knight to like keep pushing off
His push.
his push?
Oh man.
Or do you strike while the iron's hot, or do you
So it's a good problem to have, right? It's a good problem to have because you have 20-something people that are mega hot right now.
Yeah.
Now, the issue I have is I always hate waiting too long. I think we were told, what? Royal Rumble, LA Knight, WrestleMania, LA Knight, now SummerSlam, LA Knight. When? The guy's not stringing together any wins. He's got like 20 losses on the main roster this year. Are you kidding me? What's the point? What are we doing here? I mean, sure. Yeah, is this going to be – I'm worried that it's going to get to the point where it's like a Zack Ryder push where the fans force it to happen, but he ends up getting a U.S. title shot, and that's it. Which
and then loses it in 24 hours like Zack Ryder did.
I mean, you know
off
what I
to
mean?
the sunset he went.
I don't want that to happen. I mean, and no disrespect to somebody like Ryder or one of those guys. I think had his run happened in this time frame, it would have been better. But I mean, man, I don't know. I would have capitalized. I would have already struck right now.
I wonder, since Triple H is now in charge, I wonder how like fan takeover like pushes are gonna go compared to Vince McMahon, because the Vince McMahon way was, all right, the fans are behind this guy, let's give the fans what they want, like temporarily to shut them up, and then I'm gonna shut this thing down.
We remember some years ago when LA Knight was up before, in the Kazarni era. Vince McMahon did not like LA Knight. Vince McMahon is still in charge. The dirt sheets can say what they want. We can say what we want. Okay, I don't dispute you, but Vince McMahon is in charge. Vince McMahon does not like LA Knight. If Hunter was in charge, totally in charge, LA Knight would be totally over by now. Totally. There's no doubt in my mind. It's like I said to you before we went on the air. LA Knight's the biggest pop on TV today. Bigger than MJF, bigger than all. He gets the huge pop. Okay? And for them, and Ryan, I agree with what you said. What they're doing, holding it. If they don't do something soon, it's going to get stale. Okay? And it's going to pass. So I just wish they would give him the chance sooner than later. Hopefully put the belt on him and let him have a little bit of a ride. And then Karrion Kross come up and Karrion Kross beat LA Knight for the belt. That's my thought. And I would love to see that match on a big
That's
stage.
Chief's wet dream right there in WWE.
I would love to see that match on the big stage.
You and 6 other people.
You know, and you know.
And it'd be held at the MSG Sphere in Las Vegas.
I would be all right. I'd be fine. How many can we put in there? 15,000?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm all right with
I
that.
think they said 18 for
18?
an event like that.
I'm okay with that. Take my money.
All right, now on to the WWE report and the amount of butthurt wrestling fans I saw on Tuesday.
Can I just say one more thing about the LA Knight
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
push? Did you guys see
You
him?
can say what you want.
Did you guys see him get that? People in AEW are now chanting his little LA Knight
Yeah.
during the events.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was
That's
even kind of crazy
over.
when, like, WrestleMania week, when we went to all them damn shows,
Uh-huh.
and, like, for years, all you hear is what,
Woo.
woo, and the New Day.
Or
Yeah.
or
Now all you heard, for 4 events straight was, yeah, yeah.
However, I do recall being involved in a very heated yeah and what.
Yeah.
It was a yeah, what, yeah, what, yeah, what. It was
or
great.
you suck. And that's the other one. So, no, I'm glad for him. I'm glad for him. I want him to get the push. I mean, where does it go when you as I said to this cohort in crime over here, Ray and Escobar are going to wrestle next Friday night.
Mhm.
Whoever wins gets a shot at the U.S. title.
Mhm.
Okay. To me, make it a 3-way and somehow include Knight in. You know, as I've always said before, and we need to get going, I agree. But as I've always said before, on this one here with Knight, I'd like to know who the writer is that's writing the material and how much input Knight's actually got into it himself.
Hey, Chief,
No matter,
I
like,
hate
how-
to break in on you, but we have an issue here. We have Thomas Burnett and Ronald Young have agreed twice in a row.
I think hell's freezing.
Tomorrow it's supposed to rain in Las Vegas.
Yes. I'm waiting for the end times now.
Okay. Let's see what they're saying.
Even if, like,
Go ahead.
they
go
start
ahead.
pushing
And
LA
he
Knight
agreed
after
with you on that.
SummerSlam, after he's lost, like, 20, like, main roster matches, and he loses to, like, everybody, no matter how good you are on the mic, like, how would anybody take him serious, like, after losing so much?
Good morning, Brandy.
I agree. Also, we don't even know if he's a face or a heel anymore.
I have no idea.
He
I think
does-
they're gonna, like, turn him as a face, like, officially.
You would
They're
imagine.
gonna have to.
Yeah, but it's just like they show that pre-SmackDown. They actually posted on their social media that pre-SmackDown thing he did with
Hit
Hit
row.
Row.
Yeah.
and he's clearly a face there.
Yeah.
But then he comes out and talks trash, and then it's like it's like borderline. He's borderline, but there's no clear cut way. So you still have some casual fans that really don't know what to do.
You have it where he
Blocking from a TV. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Well, we go from the most, like, beloved person in WWE.
yeah,
After the break, let's talk about the most hated person in WWE
no,
and his huge championship win.
Dirty Dom, baby.
Get your thoughts together after.
Infinite Wellness, a woman-owned family clinic in the heart of Las Vegas specializing in regenerative medicine. Our stem cell and exome therapies have helped patients avoid surgery, repair joint tears, improve CTE symptoms, become pain-free, and continue activities they have grown to love. Whether you need to begin your health journey, stay at your peak, break through a barrier, repair your body, turn back the signs of aging, or boost your beauty, Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and reach your potential.
This is Jeff Bearden, the Giant Warrior. Join me on Saturday mornings to listen to the best wrestling podcast on the internet. Thoughts count anywhere. Tune in to WWDB TV to be able to catch this wonderful show and stuff. I know I'll be here every Saturday to watch myself.
Ding ding, back in your corners.
On NXT, it took the entire Judgment Day to take down Wes Lee, but Dirty Dom is your new NXT North American champion.
yeah, but he didn't do nothing. It was Rhea Ripley to hit him with the belt. Dom just covered his ass. If it wasn't for Mommy, he wouldn't be the champ.
I love it.
He's
I
a
love everything about
jabroni.
it.
He's a jabroni.
I loved everything about that. That was amazing.
I just wanted to put my 2 cents in now.
I honestly, at this point, let's get Finn a belt. Damien's bound to get a belt. I just let's see it. I want to see it.
We'll see what happens.
This Dominic has the most heat in the entire company right now.
As everyone says, like LA Knight gets the biggest pop.
I think he's.
I think Dom gets the most boos in all of wrestling.
I think Dom's got the big. Exactly. He's the biggest heat in wrestling right now, in my opinion. Because MJF is buddy with Bebe now. He's getting some cheers. There ain't nobody else over there other than the bleeder. So
even when like everybody hated MJF, like he'd always go for like the cheap heat of like this town sucks.
yeah.
Go for like the low hanging fruit almost.
Dom is at the level of 2003, 2004 JBL Heat right now. It is incredible.
Dominic's at the we hate your fucking guts heat. We want you to go away. And we genuinely hate you.
I'm glad to see Dom get away from Dad.
Yeah.
And go, collectively with the other members to help bring him along instead of Ray. Ray can teach him the lucha libre side. There's no doubt about it. But I'm glad to see that they placed him with Rhea and Punisher, as I call him. And we were fortunate to see him out here many times. And in my mind, the other leader, they're actually helping him get the heat, and they're teaching him as they go along. Now, does Ray? And I'll ask the honest question: does Ray stay on the big stage? Or does he come down to NXT with Dom? Does Dom stay down on NXT permanently? And is Rhea finally going to get some chance to defend her belt? There's some big questions that got to be answered there.
I think Dom is gonna. It's just a quick little stint. He's gonna maybe a week or two, maybe at SummerSlam lose it or something.
Yeah.
And it's just to get a belt on him, just to get eyes on the product, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I mean, I wouldn't want him to go back down to the NXT. I'd like him to stay up on the main roster. Same thing with Rhea. From what I read, it looks like Rhea's rehabbing a knee injury, so that explains why she hasn't been wrestling that much. But
that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
But in my opinion, when this whole Judgment Day thing blows up and Rey Mysterio is ready to ride off in the sunset, I'm still holding on to the fact that Dom is going to be a heel all the way until then.
Yeah.
He's going to have a final match against Rey, and it's going to be Mask versus, Career. And
Mask versus Mullet.
Mask versus Mullet. And I think Dom wins that match. Rey takes his mask off, passes it on to Dom. Dom's now face.
I can see that.
Typical. I mean, if Rey Mysterio is a hardcore lucha guy, that's the most lucha thing you can do. So,
yeah.
But here's the question, and I like your scenario. But does Rey pass the mask to Dom, or does Rey pass the mask to Escobar?
if I'm Rey, I'm pushing to pass it to Dom. Even if I'm a writer in the company, I'm pushing it to Dom. Dom never had a mask. At least Escobar did at one point.
So
you can always bring it back.
You stole my point because when Escobar started in NXT, if I'm not mistaken, he was under a mask.
Mm-hmm.
So he has worn a mask before, where Dom hasn't.
Yep. So, and that's on WWE eyes. Not to mention when he was in AAA and all the other promotions, he was under a mask.
Right. And Tom Burnett puts in here, it's going to be Raquel and Rhea soon.
Speaking of new champions,
talk to me.
On Raw, we got Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville captured the women's tag team champions with a lot of help from Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. I'm not going to say yes.
Which I think that basically sets up Rhea Ripley versus the back at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's all Raquel Rodriguez has, I swear to God.
There was.
She goes, look, I have a muscular back. I'll know how to do anything else, but look, I can pose.
Here's my problem with that, right? This entire business is built on looks, charisma, all that stuff, right? If you're going to advertise that you have this muscular, massive back, maybe you should actually have a muscular, massive back. I mean, you look at our back, and I'm like, it's just the back. I mean, why am I staring at your back every time you come out?
I don't know.
Like, help me out here. I don't. At one point, yes, I understand she was doing some really intense workouts, so it got a little muscular. But like, let's drop that gimmick when you're not doing those anymore.
Especially if like it's up to the looks, charisma, and all that. Why is Liv Morgan playing second fiddle to freaking Raquel Rodriguez?
I think her in-ring ability isn't up there.
Liv? Or?
Yeah, Liv is good in spurts, but she definitely that's why I think she's back in the tag team picture. Thomas said Raquel wins the belt. Why?
Nah.
I just want to know why. I mean,
Are we talking about that, or are we talking about the match that they had? If we're talking about the match that they had, there was a lot of 2-on-1 that went on in the ring that the referee allowed. Okay, so I'll leave that part of it at that. The point I made with Matt this morning was, we all know that Rhea and Raquel are going to have the match. Okay. What I want to know is what's going to happen with Liv now. Okay. Where we talk about LA Knight and all that. Well, Liv has been a big part of the company, especially when the COVID was going on. Mm-hmm. Okay. They lost the tag belts now. Where does that land Liv in the future? Is she just going to be written off the show and go back to catering like the rest of them?
yes.
See,
I truly believe that. I really do. This is the same thing that's been lacking the entire time in WWE since it's been a thing.
Yep.
It's once your women get done with the storyline, there's no backup plan. It's right back to catering until let's throw the tag belts back on them. Where's Natalya? She was featured like a few weeks in a row.
She had that great match with Rhea, and then back to catering you go.
Where Shotzi has this little thing going on SmackDown, and now that's already starting to fall apart because now Bayley's hurt.
Yeah.
Where's she gonna go? Nowhere. Back to catering. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy that they can't utilize some of these women. Now, I also, controversial little thing here. So I gotta be careful. But the reality of it is, a lot of the women on the roster just aren't a draw.
Thomas says he thinks Liv will get a new tag partner.
I don't see Rhea. I don't see Raquel doing great on her own. I think she does well in a tag scenario.
Maybe it'll be Liv and Natalya as a tag team.
Another thrown together.
Yeah.
I want to see Liv on her own and go after Rhea herself.
You know who I want to see get the push? Huh?
Who's the oldest woman on the roster?
Think about it.
Mae Young's
Natalya.
on, man.
No, man.
Fabulous Moolah.
No.
Linda McMahon.
Shayna Baszler. Put the freaking belt on Shayna Baszler.
Now, her versus Rhea, I could take like pretty
Put
seriously.
the belt on Shayna Baszler.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all.
Do you think if Ronda's leaving, she'll actually put Shayna over at SummerSlam?
Yes,
No
100%.
doubt about it. It has to. That's the right thing to do.
And at this point, Ronda understands the business.
It might not be the WWE thing to do with Vince in charge, though. You never know.
I did see like a really crazy fact I didn't realize.
What's that, brother?
With
Talk to me.
SummerSlam coming up, do you know it's the first premium live event in the United States since WrestleMania 39? That was a while ago now.
That's cool.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Between like Saudi Arabia, they went to London, and wherever else they went. It's
They
just
need to go to Australia. That's one of the companies needs to go to Australia.
Didn't they, like 2 years ago, do an Australia thing? Was it longer than 2 years
they've
ago?
had like shows there, but I don't think they've done like an actual pay-per-view.
I can't answer. I don't remember.
'Cause I don't
what
think
did
anybody in the
yesterday,
United-
So 2 years ago, I have no idea.
It was kind of like one of those things that they do with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but all I remember is seeing they interviewed a lot of the Australian stars, and they were like, "I can't believe it! Like I used to dream to do something here, and I actually get a chance to do it here." And I can't remember when it was.
Oh yeah, they had like Buddy Murphy.
Yeah,
and, like,
you remember what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
WWE with that new MSG Sphere thing in Vegas. I know it's only a matter of time with a boner freaking Vince McMahon has for Madison Square Garden, knowing that there's a Madison Square Garden on the west coast of the United. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
No, and then there's a.
Knowing there's a West Coast Madison Square Garden, I would imagine WWE is going to be there more than literally anywhere in this town. But do you want to see him hold a live premium, like a pay-per-view there?
100%. 100%.
I think if like production sees like the entire like LED like globe thing, they're gonna like lose their minds, and we're gonna be like the Chicago like of AEW.
There's well, as you said earlier, there's so many events coming to Vegas. You know, just keep throwing events in and events in. It'll happen.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. What would you say? The car race, the Super Bowl, and then what was the other one?
The NBA tournament.
The NBA tournament, and
all within like 3 months of each other.
Yeah. You know, so hey,
it would have, in my opinion, it needs to be a big premium live event. It cannot be a run-of-the-mill one, because our local fan base is not that big for wrestling. It's a fact, and if it is big, y'all don't have money because you're not coming to the shows.
It's not that
California's coming.
It's not that big, but the wrestling folk that are out here are very knowledgeable about wrestling.
That's fair.
Okay.
But I've been to some FSW shows. That's debatable.
Very knowledgeable. I'm saying I said wrestling fans. I didn't mention any.
I've gotten in plenty of arguments how Brock Lesnar was the WCW champion.
Any organization. I said wrestling fans are knowledgeable.
I agree with Thomas. He just said we need the Rumble here, and I couldn't agree more. I think you want to draw some people. You want to make a splash at the Sphere. You want to think about the imagery.
Can you imagine the clock that's on the entire ceiling of the freaking thing?
Not even the inside. How about the outside? Vince would lose his mind having WWE plastered all over that globe and being able to see it from across the entire city. Oh my God!
Do you know when does the new company? When does the contract change?
September, October
of this year.
Yes,
I could see it happening after September or October.
I mean, I'm all for it.
I could see it.
There's already a hiring freeze unless it's like a huge name, but they're also doing a hiring until the merger completes.
Oh, WWE.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I mean that's how I see it.
Yeah.
I think after then, and maybe somebody else is higher up, then it might happen, but not until then.
Here's the thing I really wanted to talk about this week. As soon as I saw this list, I wanted Chief's input because there was only one old school person up on this thing. Sportster came out with a list of the top 10 WWE wrestlers.
That's okay.
Of all time.
Yep. Of all time.
All time.
All time.
All time.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Number 10, Roman Reigns. Number 9, Bruno Sammartino. Number 8, Triple H.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 7, Bret Hart. Number 6, The Rock. Number 5, Shawn Michaels. Number 4, The Undertaker. Number 3, John Cena. Number 2, Hulk Hogan. And number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is anybody missing on this list? Anybody should be taken off this list?
First off,
Chris Benoit.
First off, I would say this list is modern era, except for Bruno. Okay. But if you're going to talk about people who aren't on the list that should be there,
This is gonna get old real quick.
Macho Man, Roddy Piper. Do you want me to go on?
Yeah,
I do.
go for it.
So if you put them on,
I thought you were gonna go more old school.
so if you put them on, who do you take
Dino
off?
Bravo, damn it.
If you put them on, who do you take off? See,
I would have took Bruno off and put Macho Man.
I take Roman off too.
Yeah, I'm taking Roman off all day.
All right, but here's the thing: Jimmy Superfly Snuka. There's another one. Okay?
I don't think he would make that list.
I'm taking off Triple H and putting Macho Man instead of Triple H. Triple H is influential 100%, don't get me wrong. However, if we're talking about all-encompassing,
Superstar Billy Graham. I'll give you another one: Dusty Rhodes.
He was a joke in WWE.
He
He was more serious in NWA.
He wrestled in WWE though.
He did.
He wrestled in WWE.
what am I marking out on?
What are you laughing at, man?
Scott said I'm marking out. What? What? Because the greatest wrestler of all time is number one? Obviously. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Come on.
He's better than Piper.
Yes, by far. Wrestling isn't just in ring. It's everything.
Piper did some pretty damn good interviews.
Is Piper still number one on merch sales after he hasn't wrestled in 27 years? How is Austin still top 3 in merch sales his entire life?
Who cares? It ain't all about merch sales, though.
It's all about merch and where you put in seats.
Well, hey, that's what you guys constantly say: seats and merch, seats and merch.
That's what you say every week because Scott said it.
Well, yeah, because I'm echoing Scott. He's not here. You see.
Whoa.
He said it once, and that was you and Jason's freaking
No,
parroting
don't-
for 3
don't-
years now.
Don't even put me in that category, sir.
How
They
is,
sell merch.
with all due
They put
respect,
people in seats.
I think it's time for the Chiefs rant.
wait, how is Ronald said
We'll get to it.
Ric Flair? How is Ric Flair missed off this
Who
list?
said that?
Ronald.
Ronald Young.
If it's a top 10 of all time, like in general, yes. WWE, no.
This is WWE.
No, this is all wrestlers of all time. This is
No, this is WWE.
WWE.
Oh, it is WWE?
It's just
It's
WWE.
strictly WWE.
Okay.
So I would say Piper for sure, Macho Man for sure. Okay, those two for sure should be
Yeah.
there. I'll throw you one more. What about China?
God, no. Never.
She did a lot.
I won't even put her in the top 100.
She did a lot. You know who else?
Who else?
Bobo Brazil.
Bobo.
Gorilla Monsoon?
How about George the Animal Steel? I'm just throwing them out there. You know, you look.
I'm not taking this top 10 thing very
Chief, I
serious.
love you, but how much were tickets when George the Animal Steel was wrestling?
That's because back then you could afford it.
They were like $5 and had nothing else to do.
The economy back then isn't like the economy today. Okay,
That's why Bruno sold out Madison Square Garden like 9 million
So,
times.
why don't you get off that stick?
Because it was like $2.
Why don't you get off that stick?
Why?
You're just
It's fun.
trying to piss me off.
I'm trying to get you ready for the Chiefs
You're
rant.
just trying to piss me off.
Egg it off
You do it
until the
every-
commercial
you do it
break,
every
and then you can go to
fucking week.
Chiefs rant.
No, I ain't going to. I'm going to Chiefs rant.
All right. We're to the
What do we have? You have to have a break.
He'll hip toss you.
All right.
Damn it.
Stand by.
Fucking
Don't
idiot.
break it.
I'll just go to.
We're going to go to the
Kendall's.
rant.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations. Set material conditions Zebra throughout the ship. Make Zebra report to DC Central.
Because the chief says so. Hey, good morning, folks. It's the chief. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. I got a quick rant, a real quick rant, for all of us animal lovers or people who have animals. For you assholes out here in the Las Vegas Valley, 4th of July's over. Fireworks are supposed to be done. But for you assholes that like to keep shooting off fireworks, you need to cease and desist, because I hope the police get a hold of you, fine you to the max, and whatever penalties that they can do in a court of law, I hope they do. Because I don't like putting my dog out and then some fucking jabroni somewhere around where I live likes to shoot fireworks off at 11 o'clock at night and scare the animals. It's bullshit. Cease and desist. That's the Chief's rant today, over and out.
D'Lo Brown. If you want to be part of one of the greatest podcasts on the world, Thoughts Count Anywhere, every Saturday, 9 to 11 Pacific. Now recognize that. Hey, everybody, Aaron Phillips, and I'm standing with Anthony Miller. Hey, I have a quick question for you. What's the name of your favorite wrestling show? Thoughts Count Anywhere. What a convenience. Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific. If this guy watches it, better watch it also on Facebook. This is your warlord of weird Sin Bodhi, and you are watching Thoughts Count Anywhere right here on Facebook, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. Stay tuned. Do I look like I'm clowning around? Buddy, I'm Aaron Phillips, and I am with the legend, Sabu. And Sabu, you were telling me earlier about a special wrestling show that you really like, and that is what? Thoughts Count Anywhere. That's a coincidence. The same show that runs Saturdays, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on Facebook. You better listen to the man to watch.
Aloha, this is April Hom, the Royal Hawaiian from Glow, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
We're back. You still mad?
No.
Oh, cool. Glad he gets over shit quickly.
Oh, man.
Speaking of craziness, did you guys see the Blood and Guts match on Dynamite?
That was one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
What made it the worst match you've ever seen?
What's his name walking out with Dingleberry, the alcoholic? What's it? Don Callis.
Yeah.
Hey, I call it the way I see it, man. They don't like it, man. They can ban me off the air, right? What the hell? I don't care. You don't walk out on your partners, and then they handcuff Moxley and then they beat up on the guy with the, you know who I'm talking about, and they leave Wheeler Yuta defend for himself. What the hell kind of shit's that? Whoever wrote that match, probably the Young Bucks wrote the match, them and Omega. They need to come up with something else or go to the WWE with the rest of the people.
When I saw the Bed of Nails come out, and I was like, they're not serious, are they? And they put it in the corner. I was like, ooh, that's good.
Did you see Mox's back?
Yeah. There would be a lot of zeros in my paycheck to be doing shit like that.
And then the thumbtacks?
Yeah.
But, hey, the last guy that came out from Japan, the Japanese fella, who is he?
Kenny Omega's old tag team partner.
Okay. Over in New Japan?
Yeah.
Okay. I like him. He looked pretty decent.
They were the Golden Lovers.
The Golden Lovers. That must be some years ago. I don't know. Never heard of them.
Definitely seems like a 2020 thing. But
is that when it was, 2020?
No, it was early.
Like 2017, 16.
Okay. Did they held the belts?
Yeah, I believe so.
They were champs. I mean, I liked him. He could go. He could take a shot.
Yeah.
I'd like to see who the hell was the guy last night that wrestled. Hold on, let me get. She's got his notes here. Who's that guy last night? I didn't put his name down.
So while you're figuring that out, I just have one thing to say about
Go ahead,
this,
man.
right?
Keep
Go
talking.
for it.
So
You can say anything you want. I told you that.
So all you AEW fans,
Jabronis.
I watch AEW. You know, I'm a fan. That's fine. However, all of you AEW fanboys, you stans,
What the hell was his
I
name?
have a question. What exactly did you gain from seeing a bed of nails used? What did you gain from seeing? What do you gain from watching these guys bleed every week now? Because in the Attitude Era, it was cool.
That's a
Don't
good
get me
point.
wrong. Because we were children.
That's a good point.
And violence is fun. But now we realize that it's not that cool because we see it every week. And maybe WWE was actually right in using blood extremely sparingly. I just want to know what did you guys get? Did it just make you go, "Oh my god, this was the coolest thing I've ever seen"? Because did you realize that SmackDown was better in the ratings by itself versus the entire week of AEW programming? Let that sink in. So you're Mox throwing yourself on a bed of nails for 500,000 viewers, and Roman came out and said, "Acknowledge me," and got 2.7 million. Just saying.
Thomas put in here, I'm surprised that Renee hasn't put her foot down yet.
I agree.
It was kind of crazy during like the Attitude Era. Somebody would bleed, be like, "Oh my god, what happened?" Now you turn on Dynamite, and you're like, "I wonder how Moxley's gonna bleed this week."
Do you know? And I like Mox. Don't get me wrong, okay. But I've seen Mox wrestle for many, many years, starting in Heartland Wrestling in Indiana years ago. But you know who Moxley reminds me of? Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, he does.
And the Sheik.
And a little bit of Terry Funk.
But here's what scares me. What we see in wrestling today in certain matches, I just hope young folk don't emulate it or try to emulate it.
As long as they don't put it on TikTok, I think we're okay. But
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, and I'm being serious there because, damn, I wished I could. I can't think of the other Japanese wrestler that came out last night. He's got all the scars on his head and got the zigzag haircut.
Hirohito.
No. Shit. But I'd like to see him and the guy Omega's tag partner.
No, Suzuki?
Yeah, Suzuki. I'd like to see him and Omega's tag partner have a match. That'd be a hell of a match because I think they both can strike pretty good.
It was kind of weird during the Blood and Guts match how like Moxley came out with the fork and was like bashing everybody in the head, but nobody still bled for like 10 minutes.
Brandy put a good comment in here. What about the dance-off?
That was funny.
Hey,
I think they like
it was
literally.
it was something different. You know, who the hell expected that? I mean, Garcia can't dance. Let's face it. Well, none of them could really. So
I think they literally put them together to like just make TV until they eventually make this title match of somebody's going to turn on each other
well, yeah, we know
at some point. But
Okay, what do you?
them being the number one like merch sellers now.
I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna since you watch AEW, I'm gonna let you answer this question. Who's going to turn on who in the tag match? Huh? Who's turning?
which tag match?
You know which one I'm talking about.
We already know who's turning.
Who's turning?
We already know who's turning.
Who? Tell me.
The supposedly the greatest heel
MJF.
in the business.
We know
The
it.
greatest heel in the business,
We,
right?
we already know it.
That's what
Oh,
we're
yeah.
saying.
Wouldn't it be interesting though if it wasn't him and it was Bay? Wouldn't
Swerve
that be,
for the swerve? Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be great for wrestling? See, that, as I've always said, that's the kind of stuff that keeps wrestling fans coming back.
I don't think AEW fans can mentally handle Adam Cole turning on MJF because in their minds, they know MJF is this. He can't do this. So if you take their Milky from them, they're going to lose their mind and they're going to start crying like they always do.
I mean, I think MJF's done a pretty good job with the swerve he's doing right now.
Agreed.
I think he's doing a fantastic
Yeah.
job. I just wonder if you took a figure to go get it signed by him right now, if he'd still throw it. Or
100%.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he'll kiss it, then throw it.
It is kind of weird to see him being a good guy like during this whole thing, but it is super entertaining.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
That's the fun part of wrestling, is when we have those type of things that we don't expect to happen.
Yeah.
That's what keeps bringing us back.
I would have, if you would have asked me a year ago, hell, 2 months ago, if I would have seen MJF in this position, I would have laughed and been like, absolutely not. No way. Also, being in this position, now I'm a guy that likes belts, right? To me, this is a downgrade for the world champion. Why are you doing this? This is an act you could have done before the title or after the title. Why are you doing this as the world champion? What does that say about the title? What does that say about your opponents? What does that say? I mean, it diminishes the title.
Let me throw a curveball. Do a different way. If MJF was to lose the belt, who's he going to lose it to?
One, two. Adam Cole, baby.
So the guy that works at GameStop, great, yeah. So MJF is going to lose the belt to a GameStop employee, a guy who maybe soaking wet weighs 165 pounds, and he's 5'5" on a good day. Great, but we're gonna say he's 6 foot for the fanboys out there.
Darby had a great match last night. Did you watch AEW last night?
No, I usually watch AEW on YouTube and
I don't want to spoil it for you.
It's fine.
No,
you can't spoil it.
I was going to say, Darby and Nick Wayne and Swerve were all identified last night by Tony Schiavone as being wrestlers that came from Defy Wrestling out of Seattle. And I thought that was an interesting point.
That's pretty cool. They weren't. They were in Seattle last night, though, weren't they?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
I know it was within the last few months. I know there was a Seattle thing planned.
I know Darby was that created the first All Out match because they said
Patrick,
the winner
how
of
you
that.
doing today?
They said the winner of that battle royal gets a TNT title shot the TNT championship at All Out.
Scott told me to tell you the belt is $1,000.
It's still less than I thought it would be, but that's pretty cool.
I know one person that can afford it.
You do? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Hey, did you hurt yourself at work too?
Yeah.
I heard you tweaked your knee.
Yeah, a little bit.
You good?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Went right back to work. That's fine. Put a little lights on it at lunch.
Oh.
Well, there goes your disability check.
That was good, man. That was awesome. All right. No, anyway, you know what? Do we want to talk about this list anymore?
Isn't there something coming up at Power Play you wanted to talk about?
Yep, I sure do. Let me put the cheaters on so I can read it. Anyway, Sports Cards, Toys, and Collectibles Show, Sam's Town Hotel and Casino, August the 26th and 27th. Okay, I got you. Anyway, August 26th and 27th. And right now, guest announced so far, Greg the Hammer Valentine, D'Lo Brown, Juan Munez, who is an artist and an author of comics. A good artist, too. And Ariel Shu, Ewok in Star Wars. So far. And I'm sure when Mr. Hosey gets back, that's Mr. Scott Hosey for y'all that don't know him, who's the owner of Power Play Sports and Collectibles. I'm sure he may give me a few more names to add to the list. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out. August 26th and 27th at Sam's Town. Come on out and see us because the chief says so.
There's also something else happening Monday at Power Play Sports and Collectibles.
Well, Matt Norman does that one.
Keegan Colasar.
70 tickets already sold out.
VIP sold out. I think there's still a couple regular admission tickets left.
Is there?
And there's still
because I seen it say sold out.
Just for the VIP so far.
just a VIP. But they're also doing a raffle for a signed Ryan Reeves jersey. It's $10 a ticket. Money goes to charity.
I'd like to see him get re-signed to play here.
Me too.
He just got that 3-year deal in Toronto.
Oh,
so.
did he? Oh, did he? I didn't see that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, scratch that idea then.
He is currently in town, so because he's part of the Battle for Vegas today.
Yeah.
Against the stupid Raiders.
I'm staying home. It's too hot. I stay in the air conditioning. I don't take the, I don't. And this is for people.
We got 10 tickets left
10
for the Keegan Colasar signing this Monday.
Did he put it up there?
Yep.
All right, just checking. Thank you for the update.
And according to Scott, we also have more coming after this weekend, more updates. Keep in touch and follow Power Play Sports and Collectibles on Instagram, Facebook, whatnot. You know the drill.
And
they are everywhere.
And the chief will announce it on Saturdays. So there you have it.
And it'll be on Thoughts Count Anywhere social media all during the week.
Yes, it will. What else we got?
You got 3 minutes. That's
3
what you
minutes.
got.
3 minutes.
3-minute warning.
You got anything we want to talk about in particular?
Kind of crazy. I did see that the NBA is doing like this in-season tournament, and I thought it was a kind of a dumb idea at first, and then I realized the semifinals and the finals are in Las Vegas, and I was like, it's kind of cool though.
Hey.
You're a big NBA fan though, Ryan. What do you think about this in-season tournament?
It's all about the money.
It's a ploy for some money. It's a ploy for some extra views. I don't really care because the tournament's going to be here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't have a problem with that. I love it. I'm going to be there. Do I think it's just another participation trophy for the NBA? 100%.
Yeah. I'll give you another good one. The Washington football team
Commanders
are sold. Daniel, Daniel Snyder had to pay $65 million in fines to the NFL. Nice. And one of the new owners is Magic Johnson.
And they're talking about changing the name again because they don't want it tied in with, that.
Well, we got two, brother. We got two. We want to say our goodbyes or what?
And speaking of the Battle of Vegas is also tonight. Everybody stay cool out there. Go Knights, go.
Oh,
Take down the stupid Raiders.
I want to talk serious real quick. A friend of ours who remained nameless. I have a heart condition. Okay, I had a heart attack 6 years ago, and I am on heart medicine and blood thinners and all that good stuff to keep me alive. But with this heat out here and across the nation, for God's sakes, please, please, please get into a cool area and stay hydrated. Please, folks.
Chief, got any final thoughts?
That was a good final thought.
Ryan, got any final thoughts?
I want to say, Ryan, thank you for coming in, brother.
Appreciate it.
Hey, everybody be safe out there this week.
Final thoughts I have is keep a lookout, keep up to date on all of Power Play Sports and Collectible stuff. A lot of cool things coming soon.
That's a good one. Everybody stay safe out there. Stay hydrated. The amount of ambulances I called this week is kind of mind-boggling of how many people are just drunk, passed out on Fremont Street.
Our affectionate lady over in Hawaii, when she was here, she had a dehydration episode.
There's a lot of people that come to Vegas and be like, I didn't realize it was this hot.
And Mr. Scott, enjoy yourself in St. Louis. Aaron, enjoy yourself at Yankee Stadium. And
we're going back to the Heat. See you guys next week.
And Mr. John, thank you for today, brother.
You got it, man.